hit the wrong button again. I ended it just like I did last time. Okay. All right. So 33 take away 12 is 21. And what I was getting at is that you've got those other clue words like left. Of course, that's a clue word for subtraction. So anytime we're figuring out how many more than, how much greater, how many less than, how many more than, how many greater than, how many are left, those are all clue words for subtraction. Okay. And then over here with number 2, this was actually a pretty easy one. There's some bigger numbers, but it's not hard at all. Hank works at the airport loading suitcases. For the first flight of the day, he loaded 254 suitcases. For the second flight, he loaded 191 suitcases. For the third flight, he loaded 312 suitcases. How many suitcases did Hank load in all? In all. That's our big clue word there, that here we're going to add up all of these numbers. And of course, I would not add up all of these at the same time. You could, but it's much easier just to add a couple at a time. So I added 254 plus 191, and I got 445. Then I added 445 to 312, and I got 757. So here you just have to add all 3 of these. Now, boys and girls, you'll notice that Miss Clyott has these written going across, but on my scratch paper, I wrote them going up and down. So make sure that you stack and add or stack and subtract. Same thing over here. We do not add and subtract going across. We would rewrite these numbers going up and down. And I know this is going to disappear on me quickly. Okay. So make sure that you stack and add your numbers by place value whenever we're adding and subtracting. Okay. And then I also did number 5. One hot summer day, the 4 Bennett children ran a lemonade stand. They sold 10 cups of lemonade for $2 each. Afterward, they split all the money fairly. How much money did each child get? So I know they split the money, so they had to divide the money. But first, I have to figure out how much money did they make. Well, in the word problem, it tells me they sold 10 cups. So that's why I circled that number. That's an important number. They sold 10 cups for $2 each. Now, I could add 2 10 times, but I know that that doesn't make sense, not for me, because I know how to multiply, and that's much faster. So first, I'm going to multiply 10 times 2, which is 20. And then I chose to divide by 4. Why? That's right, because there are 4 children. And of course, Bennett is their last name. So 20 divided by 4, or 20 divided into 4 equal groups, would be 5 in each group. So that means that each child got $5. I did not complete number 8 for you, but I wanted to remind you that sometimes, boys and girls, when you read these problems, the person that wrote the problem is expecting for you to use other knowledge or to use what you already know about something to help you find the answer. So here it says there are 2 weeks and 5 days until Beth's birthday. How many days is that in all? Well, of course, we know there's 2 weeks and 5 days. So we know there's 5 days, but now we have to figure out how many days are there in 2 weeks. Okay, so in order to do that, I have to know that there are 7 days in a week. And by 3rd grade, we should definitely know that. But just to remind you, sometimes you've got to take what you already know to solve a problem. So, of course, here we would have to start out with what? 7 times 2, that's right. And then add the 5 days. So that is a 2-step word problem, and show your work below. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing, boys and girls, for April 23rd, using what you know about the 4 operations to solve the 2-step word problems. Okay, and then for your weekly review on April 24th, you're going to complete the division and multiplication facts by using your inverse operations in your fact families. And then at the bottom, you are going to do more of the two-step word problems using your strategies that we just reviewed earlier. So that should get you guys going through the rest of this week. And I will check back in with you for the math next week. Do your best work, and I will see you soon.